as an advisor.
Yeah.
Me not gonna take that, brother.
Well, Andy, let me get to the quote. Come, I don't know if most people ever actually see the FIFA document. So if you look on the screen, you're seeing the FIFA document. It's the FIFA Code of Ethics, the 2020 edition. I think it's the most recent edition. May I go to Article 19? Which part? So conflict of interest is Article 19. So we are go. We just want to do this pan the screen so on a seat. So that nobody can see them and know the article after this. Article 19 we're gonna scroll to. And we're gonna read it. You want to read the entire article. Hopefully it's not too long, because he's a boy, I'm not too
And
long reader.
and that sorry, you couldn't get a lawyer upon it, because sometimes some little word here and there for dissect it and tell them
Explain
exactly.
the jargon. In a long one, in a
Explain
long one. I'm gonna
all the
think it
details.
complicated. Alright, here we go. Um so Article 19, which deals with conflict of interest. Everybody has see it. Make us see what I got. So conflict of interest. Persons bound by this code shall not perform their duties, in particular preparing or partaking in the taking of a decision, in situations in which an existing or potential conflict of interest might affect such performance. A conflict of interest arises if a person bound by this code has or appears to have secondary interests that could influence their ability to perform his duties with integrity in an independent and purposeful manner. Secondary interests include, but are not limited to, gaining any possible advantage for the persons bound by the code themselves or related parties as defined in the code. Before being elected, appointed, or employed, persons bound by this code shall disclose any relationship or interest that could lead to situations of conflict of interest in the context of their prospective activities. Persons bound by this code shall not perform their duties, in particular preparing or participating in the decision of in the taking of a decision, in situations in which there is danger that a conflict of interest might affect such performance. Any such conflict shall be immediately disclosed and notified to the organization for which the person bound by this code performed his duties. Two things make a mention in that. Two things more I mention in that. One, one, it's all I need to do is disclose and notify the organization of a conflict of interest.
Mm-hmm.
But morally, and just from a common sense standpoint, the man them say you're not supposed to have no secondary interest, which means if your primary interest is the being the head coach or the technical director or the technical advisor for the or the when I, you know again the director for the technical committee,
Yeah.
if that is your primary interest, your secondary spirit has been secondary interest would be owning and operating a club in the same country that you're the head coach of. That is a blatant conflict of interest, and those can clearly impact how you do your
Yeah.
decision making. Clearly, bro. Your stand to gain, it's a your stand is not limited to gaining any possible advantage for the person bound by this code. That means, RUDOLF speed, if there is any way that you stand to gain possible advantage from this conflict of interest or from this new position, you have to remove yourself, brother. It is
Yeah.
clear as day. The conflict of interest. This is the code of conduct, people. This is what FIFA says about having a conflict of interest. This is clear as day. The fact say, me I wonder if like the president know the article, if he know the code of conduct, because how can you know this and like not do anything about it? That is just mind blowing to me. How can you?
Yeah,
It
because nobody is
crazy,
going to
brother.
challenge it. And in the space like this mainstream media, them are gonna
Brother, the thing say,
swipe over it.
The thing say a conflict of interest arises if a person bound by this code or appears to have secondary interest that could influence his ability to perform his duties. It never say it. It never say it affect him ability. It say could affect his ability.
Could affect him. Yeah.
If it affect your ability, it pass conflict of interest. That means say you're corrupt.
Yeah.
Could affect. This is crazy. The fact of the matter, the fact that like this is not even a bigger issue is a problem. Because the truth is, as you rightfully put it, what is to stop Mr. Speed from making the team. Like we know him now gonna do it. I would know say him.
This is the problem we have with
No, but
people. Keep
I
on
say,
saying it.
we
No,
know
no, me know, I
what
know,
is to
me know.
stop him
But
though.
me, what me say me, I talk myself.
What
We
is to
keep
stop him?
on saying like we know say speed. We know for facts saying nah go
No,
do
no
it.
seeing human being not do that. No good, no
You
right,
see, me I
no
say.
right
But guess what?
man of
Him
the
no
right mind
must
not do
put.
that.
Him no must bring um 8 Cavaliers player. You know. But who is to stop him? Right now we have a midfield problem. Who is to stop him from say, here what make you get Denzel McKenzie, the
Mhm.
number 10 here.
Hold on, hold
And then
on,
when you go say,
hold on. Actually, it never done. It never done. It never done. The article never done. Let me read the fourth part of the article. Listen, ready again, people. Never done. I hope you not enjoy my reading because we really are go through it tonight. The violation of this article, which is Article 19, which deals with conflict of interest, violation of this article shall be sanctioned with an appropriate fine of at least, me don't know what the currency there, I think a franc, 10,000, as well as a ban on taking part in any football related activities for a maximum of 2 years. In serious cases and or in the case of repetition, a ban on taking part in any football related activity may be pronounced for a maximum of 5 years. FIFA actually can step in.
yeah, FIFA can step in, but if nobody says anything, FIFA, I figure more or less somebody would have to bring the matter to FIFA.
Yeah. And Cesare, so Cesare said, but he is going to ask to prove that it could. No, no. Well, I guess a panel would have probably have a discussion about how he could benefit, and that is common sense. How could you tell me now? How could the man that is responsible for selecting the coach? How could that man that also owns a club with players on his payroll? How could that man benefit from handpicking the coach that is supposed to pick the players to represent the country? You tell me how that man could benefit. You tell me, say them can't meet in our back room and discuss, say, yo, if me get the job, you have to select 2 Cavaliers players every window. That I know rocket science. So
Yeah, forget the job, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, forget the job, yeah. This is a
this is way you
situation.
have it. And that you could benefit. I'm
Yeah,
not saying he's doing it. You just need to be in a position where you could benefit. Now he's the head
yeah.
coach and he's also the owner of a club. You tell me that he could not benefit from that. You tell me say him can't just wake up one day and say, yo, Cavaliers with the Caribbean Club Championship, me I go select me world 26. Yo, I'm in a business. You tell me say that is not could. I'm not saying he would.
Hmm.
Could.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Conflict of interest. All
Mm-hmm.
day, every day.
Yeah.
All day, every
Every day,
single
all
day.
the time.
Every
You see
single
me?
day.
But
And the
this
first
probably
me
you have
read
to
this
go
like
read
this, you
further on more our way ever now to find out what can you do in order to highlight these things to FIFA so FIFA can take it up.
know. Uh-huh. I need to read
Probably
all of the
FIFA now go to
document still, because
probably FIFA now go to jump in it. So
this interesting.
you get me? Yeah.
Yeah.
But me know the fact of the matter is me just know the conflict is there. Me I tell a man say the fact that when he appoint himself the interim coach, it moved from a potential or appearance to know a conflict. The only thing left for him to do now is to call in 1 or 2 or 3 Cavaliers player inside of the team.
As I
And
said,
then
me
all
not
him a
think
go
him gonna
prove
do
to
that.
say it justified.
Me,
Yeah.
I
No,
remember
me
say
say
me tell you
all
my
left is for that
intention.
to happen.
Let me tell you my intention. Me not there so I talk about this because I hate without speed. That is, I don't care about the guy if me be totally
No,
honest.
no, no.
My reason for doing this and calling it out like this is because I have a duty to call out the JFF when integrity is not being held. We have a duty to have these
Ex-
conversations. You get me? I say
exactly.
I am not saying Rudolph
Exactly.
Speed is
That's
going to do it. It's not even about Rudolph Speed. But if I did me, who say me have integrity about me? Who say if me get the job next time? And if you set the precedent for Rudolph Speed can be the head coach, that means any other club owner can come be the head coach now. And then who said them man they have the right decisions and make the right decisions in those positions.
that
So it's not
that
about
that
Rudolph
that
Speed.
that's the thing. That's the thing where me
It's
I
not.
try
It's
when you
never
see me
about
attack
Rudolph
and I
Speed.
deal with it. These are the things me I try eliminate. Is that let's not put it out there to make other owners feel like them can now becomes a president or becomes a certain position
Mm-hmm.
inside the well, probably president is okay because you still have to deal with the coach, and the coaching supposed to separate and apart from who I want to pick, not who you want me to pick. And at the end of
Yeah,
the day, if you have a strong coach, a coach has his reputation,
yeah,
and him now go make because of you over here, so I say, yo, I need X, Y, Z, A, B, C. It ruin him reputation.
right.
You get me? So at the end of the day, we can say, okay, then the final decision comes down to the coach. So you can be a president, you can be a whatever the case may be. And I don't think a majority shareholder in our club supposed to even run for president of the Jamaica Football Federation.
Mm-hmm.
You get me? I say,
Yeah.
I don't even think that
Wait, so you think is an independent? You want me need for do some work. Me need to find out who are the president of the other FAs. We need to find out what for them connections. Because maybe this is maybe this is a thing in a world football where me I think about it now, and it kind of hard to find a great football mind in a Jamaica right now that is not connected to a club or an academy or a school in a some way.
no, you're connected to a club or academy or whatever the case may be. Yes, that is different from owning it.
In a
You
yeah,
may run an academy. You may run an academy. All right. So, for instance, Craig Butler own Phoenix and whatever it is. But the coaches them are Phoenix and Craig Butler paid them.
yeah,
So if they should have leave now and gone to do another job somewhere else, like gone and coach the team, them can Craig Butler can easily remove them from him something there, him fee him put him have him in books.
yeah. Them there
So
can
them
be a point where they are no longer affiliated with the academy
with
and
with
something.
with Craig, same thing with any coaches in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
They have been employed to coach whatever Premier League team. So if now you them get employed to the national team, them no longer on the books of whichever Premier League team them have. So them not have no interest down the road there.
Mm-hmm.
Because when them leave the national team, that no means them are going to end up back a Waterhouse. Or them are going to end up back a Tivoli Yard.
Yeah,
Them can leave this and end up at some other club different from the one they were.
yeah,
So that's a different story. But when you own the club now, whether you're in or out, are your club. You own it unless you sell it to somebody else, you no longer own it.
yeah.
So we have to be careful when we deal with those positions. That's a boy, somebody will own a club down there or whatever. No, you may not think that's right. I don't think it's right because you own a club and you're there. I think you're going to want all, all the great things for your club.
Yeah. Even subconsciously.
Yeah.
So
You're
hold
gonna try
on.
and push to ensure say your club.
So Cesare say, I am not for speed, but to argue this, there needs to may I assume say yes, it needs to be proof. A man could be in a position to do conflict of interest, but until he does an act that would consider conflict of interest. No, we don't wait for you to do act. If it, that understand the court of law work, you know, wait for do a act. You
That
watch her
that
now,
that
watch her,
that
watch
can
her.
come down to corruption now, man.
Watch her now. If say me have a case versus you, Cesare, both of we can't use the same lawyer, you know, because there's a conflict of interest. Even if the lawyer now go bring back the news to you or bring the news to me, there's a conflict of interest. Even subconsciously, that lawyer cannot represent both of us well. Him can't have both our best interests at the same time. Even if, even if him not do nothing yet, even if him now go take your information and piece it up with mine and Ray and Tay and even if him now go do it or even if him not do it yet, he cannot be both of our lawyers because there's a conflict of interest. So you now have to do nothing for the conflict of interest exists. As I tell you earlier, the conflict of interest is a potential threat. You don't need to do anything. There's a and them admit this already. I remember when Dennis Chung did come on YouTube and come say him agree. There's an apparent conflict of interest, but Rudolf Speed is a man of integrity and he won't do this and he won't do that. I don't
That's
care about
exactly what
Rudolf
I say.
Speed.
For
I
them
don't
word,
care.
and at the end of the day, them did say the final decision comes down to the coach to select who we want to select. Because
Hmm.
they were saying that.
Yeah,
So you know the same back them time that them they were saying that.
yeah,
But no, it reach a situation where he makes the final decision.
Yeah.
And who is to stop another player to say, another player on the side to say, hey, a true walk. He may call Denzel McKenzie, which probably be the best person on the field, but other player over this, and I'm gonna say a true a cover a him own Cavaliers.
Of course, 100% them are gonna say that.
3, 4 players say, yo, me know me better than the player. They actually own Cavaliers, and then guess what? It a go start bring a different vibes.
Yeah.
And him no longer can say, listen me, I never select the player there.
Yeah.
Him can't say that no more.
A two game still, so I don't think that we'll have this problem long term.
But who is the if you put yourself in the position, if you body it up, as me say, as a hearsay, let's say him body it up and take it. Who is to stop him from coach 3 more games in the World Cup?
Yeah.
And who is to stop him from signing himself to a 2-year contract with one bag of thing? If you fire me before the 2-year up, you have to go pay me up, whatever the case may be, all these earlock thing inside it. So within the 2-year period, them can just do whatever I want to do. Who is to stop him from move on from there? If I hear, I don't know what true it is, say the president is not with it, and him not agree with it based upon the appearance. But at the end of the day, the man say, oh, me I go do it, and it appointed. When it reached the other stage, who is to stop him from not wanting to be on the big stage?
Yeah. Yeah. It have to be independent, man.